Hey guys, Michael here with Hello Cupcake It's Me. Um, it is September 3rd, 2022, and how are you? It has been a long freaking week. Um, I'm emotionally just damaged right now. Like, so much is going on in my world, and got some kind of bad news that somewhat affects me but doesn't. So I uploaded a short video on Thursday just talking about how like emotional I was and how everything just kind of came crashing down around me. And so getting into it, for a while now, I have needed and wanted to go to the chiropractor. And I have been scrimping and saving all the money that I can to get the initial visit paid for, and I had to come up with that money out of pocket because um, they don't bill your insurance for the initial visit or some bullshit like that. The initial visit was $120, but I got put onto a special payment thing where I only had to come up with $70, and that was like said and done. So, for the last 2-3 months, I've been scrimping and saving and trying to get the money together. Finally got it together, and I had a lot of freaking anxiety ever since I made the appointment. Like, I was having just this pit of despair kind of dread about going. And so I finally get the appointment made. I got the money situated, and I fill out the application online, and I swear to God I saved it in the like completely filled out. I sent it to print, and I didn't check on it because I had full paper, full ink, everything, and set my alarm to get up on Thursday morning to go to do my appointment. Get up after having like nightmares and stuff and just really bad dreams all night long and just anxiety over going to the appointment. That when I got up in the morning and showered and got ready and everything, I came out and the paper had jammed in the printer and only printed up 3 of the 5 pages that I needed. And my computer was acting up. It wasn't connecting to the internet. It wasn't doing anything that it needed to do. So I shut it off, got it reset, shut the printer off, cleared the paper jam, and by the time everything came back up and was ready to go again, I go to open up the PDF that I saved and thought that it was completely filled out when I saved it. It was an empty PDF. So I start freaking out, and I try to just fill it out again really quickly, and by this time it's like 9:23. My appointment's at 9:30. Thankfully, the office was only like a few blocks from my house. I get there and hand the lady at the front desk my insurance card and my debit card, and sat down, started filling out everything, and she's like, "Hey, Mr. Peterson, can you come back up here?" So I went back up there, and she's like, "Your card's been declined." I'm like, no, there's the money to cover this visit on that card." She said, "No, your card's being declined because it expired. It expired yesterday, as a matter of fact." I was like, son of a bitch. And on, I've just been on it trying to get a new card issued and sent to me since like July 28th. So it's been over a month. So um, I call the place up and I'm like, listen, I need you to authorize this payment to go through. My card is being declined. I've been putting in since July 28th to get a new card. It hasn't shown up. I'm here at my doctor's appointment. I need to be able to pay my copay, blah, 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 blah. The lady is sweet as Georgia tea. I mean, just freaking a beautiful soul. And she's like, Mr. Peterson, I'm so sorry. There is absolutely nothing I can do because I don't have your new expiration date, nor do I have the security code on the back of the card. And I see that it has been, that something went wrong with it, and it just never got processed. And I said, well, that doesn't work. Like, what do I need to do? So, after it was like finalized that there was absolutely nothing she could do to help me, I'm barely holding it together at this point. I was like, okay, you know what? This is a sign from the universe that I'm not supposed to do this appointment. I've had anxiety about it. My computer and printer jammed up and stopped working. Now my card has been declined. Okay, universe, I'm taking the hint. I'm stopping. I'm leaving it alone. I'm not going to do this. And I've learned when things go in succession like that, not to push it because it turns out worse for me in the end. So my first inclination should have just been the anxiety. I've been to a chiropractor before. That's not a huge issue, but the fact that I was having anxiety about this, that was my first thing. The fact that I wasn't really able to get the money together in a timely manner, and I had to wait like 3 months, that should have been the very first thing. The anxiety, the second thing. The paper jam and the computer's not working, the third. And then, you know, my card being declined, that was the fourth. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm taking this as a sign from the universe, from God, from whatever you want to call it. I can't do this. And so the receptionist, she's like, are you sure you don't want to put a little bit of money down right now or whatever else? And I'm like, listen, hun, I live on such a tight shoestring budget that the shoestring broke and I had to tie it together type of a budget. She's like, honey, I've been there where $5 means I get to eat that day versus going hungry for a few more days. So I understand. And I'm like, funny you should mention that because I'm actually on my way to the food bank right now. And, yeah. I said I was going to go to the food bank after my appointment and everything, but I just get to go a little bit earlier now. And she's like, I am so sorry. Are you sure? Like, you don't want to put anything down? And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. I'll call you when and if I get things situated, but for now, I have to leave it as is. So, I'm walking out to the car, barely holding it together. I call my friend up, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is my morning already. And she's like, you know what, it's fine, I get it, I understand, I'm sorry this is happening. Then I get to the food bank, and her father-in-law is working there. And I almost start crying at the sight of him. Like, it wasn't embarrassment, and it wasn't, like, anything else. It was just, like, you're the last person I needed to see. Like, he's got that, like, fatherly energy and that, like, big, caring heart and just, like, the kind of person that would give you a hug and all of your problems are just go away. And I held it together the best that I could during that time period. And I know I probably came across a little sus because I was making like really fast, short like just small talk with him, and I didn't get anywhere near what I needed, which is fine. I have enough to like get through until I do my monthly grocery shopping or whatever. This was just, I needed a few things to like kind of make it through. But anyways, yeah, it was really difficult, and I called my friend back up. I was like, dude, your fucking father-in-law is working at the food bank, and he is the last person that I needed to see right now. And it's just like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And just having like all these emotions that I can't process right now. So I hang up with her, and I sit out in front of my sister's office building because I was going to meet up with her like I do every day for lunch, and just hang out with her while she takes her lunch. And I was like, you know what, I need to call. I just need my mom. I need my mom. So I called her up. I was like, Mom, I need you right now. And I just unloaded on her, and I just started crying. Like, all the anxiety, all the, like, everything just kind of broke. And she's like, honey, it's fine. I know how stressed out you get about stuff, and I know this is happening, and I know that happened, and blah, 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 blah. And you could have called me, and I could have paid for it for you, and you could have just sent me the money that you have, and blah, blah. And I'm like, Mom, I didn't even think about that. I know I could have called you, but at that moment, I was just done. Like, it hit. So, long story short, I've been just really emotionally raw the last few days, and this week has really played with my emotions hardcore. And I kind of think that it's a prelude and a precursor to the fact that fall is getting ready to hit, and there's other shit happening. Like, my dad's birthday would have been on the 6th, and just all this stuff hitting me all at once. So I'm holding it together. I'm not allowing depression to get in right now, but I know it's just knocking on the fucking door like, hey, it's that time of year, buckle up. So yeah, that's what's been going on. And I know the last couple of videos I've been like pretty upbeat or whatever, but just right now I'm so just about it all. Like, I'm holding back tears right now just talking about it. So yeah, that all said and done though, it's just been interesting, to say the least. On a positive note though, this now makes my second week of getting back to doing my little walks and stuff, and making sure that I drink about anywhere between a half and a gallon and a half of water a day. And I'm doing that with apple cider vinegar, water, and a water additive like sugar-free Kool-Aid, or sugar-free and calorie-free Kool-Aid, with a little bit of pink Himalayan salt in it, just for the hydration and absorption aspect. And so when I first wake up in the morning, I get up and I go and I do my little walk, and then I come home and I make a bottle of my apple cider vinegar stuff, and I've been drinking it hot, like as hot as it'll come out of the tap, hot. And I heard that drinking hot liquids like that helps to not only speed up and speed up your metabolism, but also to help burn off belly fat. And then the apple cider vinegar has been shown to help you lose weight and all that other stuff. So drinking that all day long. I'm using a mobile app called Water Time by Mobile Creatures, and tracking all my fluid intakes. I'm doing my calorie counter, and that's through an app called Lose It. And it's a really cool app. Maybe I'll do a video about it if you guys are interested in the apps that I'm using. And yeah, so just doing all the above and trying to stay under my caloric intake, and trying to maintain that hydration level. And I've noticed that drinking the water like I have been, I'm feeling more energetic. I'm getting more restful sleep. And it's actually been kind of nice for the clarity of thought. And just like today, out of the blue, I spent an hour and a half just cleaning. And I wasn't depressed. I wasn't upset. I didn't have any of like the intrusive thoughts or any of the PTSD that I usually have whenever I go and start cleaning stuff. I was actually kind of giggling to myself, and I was singing this song. And I don't know if I'm the only one who does this or not, but I make up stupid songs all the time. And there was a cartoon back in the 90s called the Animaniacs, and one of the cartoon shorts that was inside in this animated series was called it had to do with a chicken, and his name was Chicken Boo, and he used to like put on disguises and try to pass himself off as a human. And so the song went, "Chicken Boo, what's the matter with you? You don't act like the other chickens do. You put on a disguise to act like human guys, but you're really just a chicken. You're a Chicken Boo." And so as I'm sitting there cleaning, I come up with this like song that follows the like tempo and everything of that chicken song from the Animaniacs, called Ayahuasca Steve. And it was all about Ayahuasca Steve trying to prove that he was a man and doing much more than much more than a man could or should. And like every time that I would get to a new or I'd get to the end of the verse, my brain would like click in and create a whole nother verse following along with the Chicken Boo song. And I'm just like, what the hell is my problem? Like, I could have been streaming iHeartRadio or like listening to music on my Echo or, you know, any of these other things, but here I am giggling to myself and like making up this song about this guy named Steve who went on an ayahuasca trip and like permanently fried his brain and all this other stuff. So if I'm the only one who does that, then you know what, we all know that I'm crazy and I get the good government checks for that or whatever. But if you do that, please let me know. Like, please don't let me be by myself, and put that in the comment section down below that you guys do crazy little things like that. And the other thing that I do is I remix songs. And like if I hear a song and I hear like at a low volume, sometimes I'll hear different words or whatever, and it's something that I do. And yeah. So anyways, guys, I feel like I'm starting to ramble now, and I'm feeling a little bit better, like energy wise. When I first started this video, I was kind of like, Now I'm feeling a little bit better and upbeat and a little bit more peppy, so maybe that will help me get my day up and going. So anyways, got questions, comments, concerns, put them in the comment section down below. Head on over to anchor.fm/hellocupcake. It's me to follow along with the podcast where I talk about stuff that I don't broadcast anywhere else. Head on over to the blog hellocupcakeitsme.com. Give it some love. Follow me on all the social medias. Links are down below, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.